I keep responding to this, but apparently you just aren't listening. But the Council of Nicaea did not compile, approve, or reject anything to do with the canon. It wasn't even on the agenda. It's just complete fabrication and legend and myth from history. This myth has its origin in a 9th century manuscript, and that is it. That is the starting point for this idea. It's called the Synodicon Vetus, and it says, the canonical and apocryphal books distinguished in the following manner. In the house of God, the books were placed down on the holy altar, and the council asked the Lord in prayer, and the inspired works to be found on the top and the spurious at the bottom. This whole manuscript has pseudo-history from every different ecumenical council, and just basically makes stuff up, and it has just been solidified in history, especially for Nicaea for some reason. Voltaire in the 18th century picks it up in his dictionary he makes, and then in the 19th century some Christian radical picks it up again from Voltaire and spreads it further, and then Dan Brown more recently in his books The Da Vinci Code and his films also pick up on this idea. So it's just been propagated through time, all starting from a 9th century manuscript which is full of legends and myths. As I keep explaining, Nicaea was about Arianism, the nature of Jesus in relation to the Father, and the date of Easter, and a bunch of minor issues. Here's an example of some of the canons of the council, which is what they talked about, things to do with sickness, if you've been castrated by barbarians. Or down here, which is about people who've converted from heathenism to the faith. And there's a bunch more of just regular church issues and concerns to talk about, but not the canon. Despite the issues being called canons, it's not the biblical canon of scripture. The word canon just means a rule or measurement for something to measure against. Hence the canon of scripture is where we measure doctrine against. The canons of the council is just the rules of the council that they came down with. That's the only canon you will find at Nicaea. So please, can everyone just stop perpetuating this myth about the canon of the Bible being at Nicaea, because it just wasn't. Please, just stop.